Hi everybody, it's Stacy with Home Organized Tribe, and I'm back for another 2-minute tidy tip. And you're tuning into episode 6 of this 8-part series that's called Break Free from the Clutter: 8 Steps to a Calm, Organized Home. Today's episode I'm really excited about because I'm talking about the one thing that changed everything for me, and it really does change things drastically for my clients when it comes to decluttering and staying organized, that is. So if you've been feeling stuck, frustrated with your decluttering journey, this tip is a game changer. It's the foundation that has helped me and so many others move from overwhelmed to organized, and I think it can do the same for you. All right, so what's the one thing? It's all about learning to let go of quote unquote someday items. So let me explain. A someday item is something that you keep around because you think you might need it someday, even if you don't currently use it or really need it right now. It could be clothes you're hoping to fit back into, gadgets you haven't used in years, or stacks of paper you're hanging on to just in case. We hold on to these items because we think they may be useful in the future. But here's the truth. When you let go of someday items, you're freeing up the space and your mind to live in the present. Instead of being weighed down by things you might never use, you're creating room for what you actually use and love today. This shift makes your space feel lighter and more aligned with the life you are living right now. This is so huge, you guys. So many people are hanging on to so many of these someday items. So I want you to take a second and reflect and think about your home. Do you feel when I say someday items and you maybe look at an item and go, I might need it someday. I'm afraid to get rid of it because I might want it at some point. Like, these are the things that I want you to use what we're going to talk about today to decide whether you should keep or get rid of them. All right. So let's start talking a little bit about what we can do and how do we get started with these items, right? I'm going to give you 3 steps. Step 1, identify your someday items. I want you to look around your house and I want you to notice things that you're holding on to with that excuse we just talked about, just in case. Maybe it's a gadget that you never use in your kitchen, or craft supplies from an old hobby, or even clothes from a different season of life. So think of if you've retired recently or you had a corporate job and now you're in a different position where you have to dress differently. I see this happen a lot, especially with body changes. So if you've gained weight or lost weight and you're hanging on to those items, I would put all of that into someday items. Okay. So we need to make a list of these items so you can start working through them. Step 2 is I want you to start asking yourself some real honest questions. For each of you, for each item, ask yourself, have I used this in the past year? Does this item support the life I'm living right now? If the answer is no, it might be time to let it go. Trust that if you truly need something in the future, you can get it again. Most of these items are not life and death. And a lot of times when I'm talking with clients, they're very inexpensive items in the grand, picture of things. We just hold on to them because just in case. And that kind of mentality often creates more stress than benefit when we really look at it. All right, time for step number 3. Let go and make space for what matters. So, as you release someday items, think of it as making room for what's important to you today. Letting go doesn't mean you're giving up on the future. It means that you are freeing yourself to fully enjoy your home as it is right now and what your needs in life are right now. And it's amazing when you make that little shift into not thinking like, oh, I'm getting rid of this. It's negative, negative, negative. It's positive. You're blessing and releasing these items so that you can make room for who you are right now and who you want to be in the future. All right. So let's talk a little bit about why this mindset shift works. This one thing of letting go of someday items is powerful because it lets us live in the present. It simplifies our space, reduces mental clutter, and makes our home a reflection of who we are today, not who we were in the past or even who we might be in the future. Build your home around what your needs are right now. When my clients make this shift, they often say they feel like a weight has been lifted. They're no longer hanging on to items out of guilt, fear, or obligation, and instead they're really surrounding themselves with the items that what truly matters. So let's take this even further. So let's recap. The one thing that has changed everything for me and so many of my clients is letting go of these someday items and focus on what adds value to your life today. If you're ready to go even deeper and you want practical steps to tackle someday items in each room of your home, I have a course that's called Declutter and Organize Your Life Room by Room. And it's designed for people just like you. In this program, we'll walk through specific strategies for releasing clutter, organizing your space, and creating a home that supports the life you're living right now. You can learn more about this course by clicking the link below in the notes of this podcast, or you can reach out to me on social media or email. Remember, a clutter-free, present, focused home is possible, and I'm here to help you make it a reality. Thank you so much for joining me today. In our next episode, we're going to dive into how to create a calm, clutter-free home you'll love coming home to. So until then, happy decluttering, and I hope you have an amazing day.